He just seemed like a pretty hardcore guy.
Everything was very strategic and militant. And so I was a little like, oh dear.
When I first met Dan, I was terrified of him. I'd see him in the hallway, and he was tunnel vision all the time.
He was a very strict guy on work. Then off work, he seemed to be a lot funnier.
Dan's office is just too neat. I've never seen a guy that's, and I think that is reflective of Dan and how he approaches business and life. He's very detailed, very precise.
Sharp and very well put together, very professional, and a lot of fun.
My first day, towards the end of the day, he gave me a report about this thick to read. He said, here you go. He says, read this tonight, because tomorrow morning you and I are driving to Juarez, and on the drive there, I want your impression of this report. Okay.
He was very good about getting things done. I mean, things we actually accomplished a lot with my time with Border Health. It was a time of real growth for me in working with him, just how to manage projects, how to get things done.
He respects you. He gives you the room to grow, to learn new things, and show what you can do.
You know, he always, instead of, calling us, he used that beep, that function, and so when he heard it, it was kind of like, oh man, what did I do now,
Tom, come in here.
Oh, I learned hole punch training and staple training and the tap method for binding books. So you take a piece of paper and you'll put it landscape, tap, tap, tap. Then you want to turn it portrait and tap, tap, tap. And then one more time, landscape again, tap, tap. You want to make sure you hole punch it where it's not going to leave a lot at the top or like excess at the bottom. You need to have it just right, 0% error.
He's just always presented himself as a leader, just a real nice guy, but when it came to business, he really knew what he was talking about, no BS. It was all just business, and you just respect somebody who takes their job that seriously and puts in those extra hours. And how organized he was, and how meticulous he was, and how he wanted a perfect product. The quality was there and so forth. He's very knowledgeable, he's a hard worker, and he's a great mentor.
He's someone, he always has your back too. This one time, being in Sunland Park and holding a meeting there on a Saturday and being ambushed by this group, and I was just overwhelmed. And the day before, he had asked me, he said, now you're going to need my help at this meeting. Do you think I should go? And I said, no, I got it under control. Well, I didn't have it under control, but he was just a phone call away. I got him on his cell phone. He was probably doing something with his family that Saturday morning, but he was there in 35 minutes. He always has his employees back.
It's been great. He's taught me a lot. He's taught me a lot of self-respect. He's taught me to work hard, be proud of working hard, because the hard work shows in the end what you can do and what you've got accomplished.
Leadership and those that work for him, he tries to. I think he really fosters that, and I learned a lot from him in that one subject, leadership. Almost as much as I learned in this whole course I took over the course of a year, a class on leadership in Colorado. So I think he has that down to a science, and I think he's able to, instill that in his employees.
Well, I think one thing that I've learned is you need to pick and choose your battles very carefully. The ultimate victory may not be immediate, but you sometimes can't really do a lot to change things that are not in your control or your sphere of influence. So I think one thing is to pick and choose battles carefully, and sometimes that's easier said than done. And I'm not saying Dan shies away from any battle at any time, but I think Dan knows the cards sometimes are not stacked or dealt in the best way, and he makes an accommodation. So I think that's one thing I'll remember.
Be professional, however you present yourself and what you portray.
I think one thing I'll always take with me that Dan has taught me is that we don't have problems, we have obstacles. Obstacles that we will overcome.
A lot of people know him as straight-laced. They think he's strict, on, but he really has a really fun sense of humor. He likes to joke, he likes to tease you, he likes to laugh and sit and visit, and he really takes a lot of pride in what he does, but actually who you are as a person.
Very supportive, I think, of me and, you know, being a single mom and with the kids and always asking about the kids. And he had a really genuine, you know, I think feeling for the kids. Always asked about Elena and Brian, and he did with all the staff's children and stuff, or kids, you know, in the office and whatnot. Though, you know, he has a genuine fondness, I think, for children and kind of the future of the kids and stuff.
He's a very, you know, he's a very family-oriented person. He's very close to his family, Becky's family. He cherishes his daughters, you know, and rightfully so. They're wonderful people. I think reflection of him and Becky. You know, he's helped me too. I've had my 2 children under part of the tenure with Dan as well, and just being a parent and the whole difference that makes. I mean, he's been able to give me some guidance in that respect.
And for another district meeting, it was called Celebrate the Century, and we did like skits, kind of like a talent show for every decade of the year, the century, I'm sorry. And he did ballroom dancing, and that was just so cool because he wore a tux and he was just there gliding all over the floor. And And then, of course, at this last one where he was Sonny Bono, and that was just hilarious.
Oh, no, well, that's true, 'cause you got me, baby, I got you. Hey, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. They say our love won't pay the rent.
All the great work that he did, and it's evident in the communities that we worked in. All the colonias are going to remember, or they will remember. Sunland Park alone, all the work that's been done in Sunland Park since Dan has been in border health. I think our legacy will be in that town for years to come.
Really, that he's promoted New Mexico in ways you probably won't realize right now, but we may in a few years' time. There are definite things, funding that has come to the border thing because of its advocacy and the understanding people are getting more familiar with New Mexico and its needs. I think a lot of that is directly attributed to Dan's being at the table and being vocal about what some of those needs are.
You know, it's going to be a real loss to the health department, I think, in the office of border health, I feel. But I think we're going to gain something, you know, on the other side. So
I think he kept New Mexico, District 3, Region 5 in the game as far as working with other states, particularly their offices of border health. I think by far Dan and company demonstrated a real leadership role for other states to emulate and give them something to strive for. I think we're way ahead of the pack, and I think he'll leave us in good stead that we'll continue to be way ahead of the pack.
He's known probably nationally and internationally, and I think that's his legacy. And he's going to continue to move on. I can see him as, if he wants to continue the path he had thought of, maybe becoming a representative, a governor, you know, and on Congress. I can see him doing that.
Dan, I hope this isn't goodbye. I hope this is just until our paths cross again. It's been a fun ride. 7 years went really quickly. I really never thought you'd be the first to go. I always had this in my mind that I'd be the one telling you I'm resigning. But I've stuck it out, and we'll see where we meet again. I wish you the best of luck. You're the best boss I could have ever have dreamt of having in state government. You've always trusted in me, respected me, and pushed me to go to the next level, and I thank you for that, and that's something I will always remember.
Dan, I know you're leaving us, but you won't be leaving us. I feel you're going to be able to do a lot of good for New Mexico, for our region in your new job. I look forward personally to keeping in communication with you, collaborating with you, cooperating with you. I think you're gonna love your new position because it's going to challenge you. But I know you're up to it, and I know we'll be there together. And you're not leaving us in that true sense. So let's keep in touch and let's make this a success for everyone, be it our governments, our agencies, but more importantly for the people that live in this great part of the world.
Hey Dan, it's been great working for you, and I'm glad I got the chance to know you. And I hope everything goes really well for you at your new job.
Dan, it's been a great pleasure working with you, getting to know you, becoming a friend. I'm going to greatly miss you, but I know it's not goodbye. I know it's we will meet and we will work in a different capacity, and good luck, and don't be a stranger. Take care.
Dan, I always will be grateful for the opportunity you gave me in working in the Office of Border Health. It was a great, great job. A lot of independence. I learned a lot, certainly learned a lot, and I felt I grew professionally more so than any other time in my professional life in working for you. And I'll always be grateful for that. I wish you the best of luck in this new position. I know you're going to be great. And New Mexico, I think, is a lot better off, or southern New Mexico is a lot better off. Yeah, I don't know about northern New Mexico, Santa Fe, but southern New Mexico is a lot better off for having had you serve as the Office of Border Health Director. And I wish you the best of luck.
Well, Dan, I think, this is difficult for me. I really never thought I'd see this day come. We always joked about you'd be taking a federal position in D.C., that I'd follow you. He said, come with me, we'll go do something different. I'm tremendously excited for you. I think you're very appropriate for the position. It's going to only benefit New Mexico and the border communities as well as the nation, you in that role. So congratulations to you for that. You have my utmost respect. You always will. I know you'll be close by in case I need to call and talk to you with whatever it might be, management or what's going on. And I appreciate your willingness to be there. And you always have been there for me throughout my tenure with the state, through those ups and downs. So best of luck. Do keep in touch. And we will see you soon.
Dan, I am so sorry to see you go. You're a wonderful man. You have a wonderful wife. And I wish you both nothing but happiness. And I do hope that someday our paths do cross again. And we will have the opportunity of working together. And I hope you have the time of your life.
Hey Dan, just wanted to say congratulations and good luck in your future endeavor. It's quite a position. Want you to know that I respect you immensely and I learned a considerable amount from you. Take care and good luck.
I'm so proud of you. And everything that you do is the best that you can do and that you will do. And I'm so proud of you and your new job. And I'm sure everyone's going to miss you here, and it's going to be harder and more complicated and more work, which is no big deal for you. But I'm just so happy for you and so proud of you, and I love you very much. And we're all going to be very supportive, and we're going to be here for you, whatever you need, and just helpful in anything that you need help with. And just excited for you. It's a new adventure, and you're always up for adventure and for a challenge. So just thank you for all that you've done for us currently and in the past, and what you're going to do for us in the future, and just we're very proud of you. So you want to say something to Papa? No? So just wave. Bye, Papa. We love you.
Gold teeth and a curse for this town were all in my mind.